Greetings, all! Today, we'll be examining the relatively rare grass-flying type Pokemon Tropius, the Fruit Pokémon. Imposing in form and stature and a bewildering sight to some, Tropius are unique creatures that can more than make a name for themselves when it comes to showing how plant and animal can fuse together in the most unexpected of ways.
Tropius have large brown quadrupedal bodies with 4 legs and large flat-bottomed feet, with a single yellow nail on each of their 2 front feet and a pair of yellow nails on each of their back feet, further possessing a long neck and oblong head with a large mouth and bright green eyes. Their upper torso and head are covered by massive green leaves, with 2 massive pairs of wing-like leaves sprouting from their back area, and are iconic for the unique type of banana that grows from the underside of their head.
It is believed that Tropius were once little more than simple reptilian herbivores that grazed on low-lying grasses and similar plants prior to taking on their current state of being.
Although it is a common belief that monkeys enjoy bananas, primates have nothing on the love that Tropius have for the fruit, though technically it is actually a berry, and are attracted to them for both their flavor and texture, which is perfectly soft and easy to devour without accidentally hurting themselves on the spines or barbs used by some low-growing plants for defense. While it is not completely apparent when Tropius became what they are today, it is more than evident that the love for the banana seems to have been the catalyst for these creatures willingly accepting infection by a parasitic variety of banana plant that slowly integrated itself into their bodies and genes until the two effectively became one, creating the symbiotic animal-plant hybrid variety observed today. Today, wild Tropius do not have to worry about gathering their favorite food because their own distinct and completely unique type of banana-like fruit grows from their neck about once a week, and it's effectively the definition of the perfect banana in terms of flavor and texture. This way, Tropius can always get the best bananas available without having to actually go out and hunt for food. These strange but sweet-tasting bananas, the sweetest of all being found in tropical areas like the Alola region, have managed to become a popular snack among young children, particularly in tropical areas where the best bananas would otherwise be extremely difficult for young children to get without having to physically climb a banana herb. Tropius do not seem to mind this at all, and willingly share their bounty with young children and people of all ages on a regular basis, demonstrating that their otherwise daunting size is a poor measurement of their sweet temperament. Unlike most plant-based creatures, Tropius have managed to develop the ability to fly by flapping the massive broad leaves on their backs, which is extremely surprising since they are otherwise far too large for flight to be a possibility. Aside from allowing them to learn attacks like Gust and Air Slash, this power also makes Tropius one of the few grass-type Pokemon able to actually learn the fly attack through any known method. Tropius apparently developed this power in order to make the process of spreading pollen from their necks much easier, as banana herbs only grow properly in the right environments and are more often than not isolated from human eyes. While they might be fairly gentle for their size, Tropius do not take kindly to people destroying or otherwise taking more fruit from banana herbs than is due, and will viciously strike with powerful stomp and body slam attacks the moment they feel the need to against others. They are further gifted in their capacity to ward off others in that they can learn the potent Dragon Dance technique to increase their physical might and mobility, plus they have access to the Dragon Hammer attack, a potent physical strike that only they and Alolan Executor can learn naturally. In combination with their impressive girth, this makes Tropius a powerful beast to fight in close quarters, and the unique combination of moves that they can possibly learn makes them an interesting fighter to rely on in battle, and can certainly pay off as long as the opposition does not have access to Ice-type attacks. In terms of what this means for their natural abilities, these creatures tend to lean heavily into their plant-based components in their access to chlorophyll and solar power as base abilities, and those able to regenerate their natural fruits at a faster rate than normal can also do likewise for other plants, and thus can have access to Harvest as a hidden ability. As far as the stats are concerned, while these beasts might not be all that fast to deal a lot in the way of direct damage, they can still possess fairly rugged forms and a strong degree of stamina to them, having an above-average base defense stat for a fully evolved flying-type Pokemon, and above-average base HP and special defense stats for a fully evolved grass and flying-type Pokemon, thus giving them the chance to make at least some sort of impact in a battle before they eventually go down.
It's hard to not appreciate a Pokemon that comes with its own food supply that is not only healthy and delicious, but also given willingly as long as they are respected. And for that, you have to give Tropius some credit as being gentle giants for children and all those that treat them with care and respect. Admittedly, the fact that they just sort of started growing their own food from a parasitic infection because it worked out for them is a bit of an odd occurrence, and how that translates to them getting more energy out of it than was put in is a bit complicated, but from a chemistry side, hubby assures me that it is indeed possible, if not quite strange. Even so, these massive beasts can prove to be fun creatures to be around, and generally are very easy to get along with. However, they can still make good use of their rugged bodies to deliver potent moves that can flatten those smaller than them, and while that might not automatically translate into a great deal of offensive power, they are still worth keeping an eye on if you don't want them to put their forms to the test, both close up and high in the air.
majestic when in flight, and a blast from the past for those that love dinosaurs and similar creatures, Tropius are unique beasts that can more than demonstrate what plants and animals can accomplish when they work together. Their case might still be a strange one on that note, but they can nonetheless make something of themselves when the chips are down, and something a bit unorthodox is needed to get a clinch victory.
Just do yourself a favor and make sure that you cover your nose if you choose to ride on one when they go flying. Otherwise, the scenic view might be a bit taken away by the choking pollen they spread while in flight, if only to ensure that there's more bananas for all to feast upon in the coming years.
Thank you for watching this video. It brings me great joy to be able to speak to you all in the world each and every time we meet like this, to explore the many different facets of both the world of Pokemon as we know it, and the world as we live it, through every adventure we have with Pokemon by our side. If you'd like to, please subscribe, ring the bell and all that jazz, to keep yourself updated on content uploads and other materials of the like. You can also follow me on Twitter if you'd like to know right away when something new is uploaded, and my written works, from which most of this is based on, can be found on DeviantArt. Links to both can be found in the description down below. Remember that the world of Pokemon is a place full of wonder and mystery, and you never know what to expect. So, stay vigilant, keep watch, and always be prepared for the unexpected. Until next time, trainers and friends of all sorts, have a wonderful time.